Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. I am Mr. Blast, and today we are taking a look at the Gundam universe, ZAKU 2, the unidentified type from the Netflix special, Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. We're going to take a look at the articulation, any paint apps, sticker applications, all of the accessories, and most of all, we're going to find out if this unidentified type ZAKU 2 belongs in your Gundam universe collection. Let's get it off the stand and find out. Okay, so before we look at the figure itself, let's take a look at the box really quick. And you've got some nice art of the unidentified type ZAKU 2, which was piloted by Captain Solari herself. And it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks just like the CG that was used in the show itself. I was kind of reserved on this show itself, and I'm actually glad that I watched it. It was pretty good. I mean, the ending kind of left something to be desired, but the show itself was fun to watch. It was only 6 episodes, so if you haven't seen it yet, which if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you've already seen it. So let me know what you guys thought of the show. I'm not like super into a lot of the story of OG Gundam from the Universal Century, but I kind of know a few things here and there. I think mostly my knowledge comes from just other shows, and they've just brought it into here or vice versa, because a lot of the stuff that's in here was also in, you know, shows that come out in the past. But looking at the box, it's pretty good. It's actually different from the other Gundam Universe boxes, and you got the GU-38 here, Gundam Universe. You got the TV show name itself right there. On the side, you've got the name, and on the back, it doesn't really give a lot in the like little synopsis right here, but we will read it. It says, from Gundam Requiem for Vengeance, in the year Universal Century 0079, the Principality of Zeon enters into war following their declaration of independence from the Earth Federation. Using the new weapons of war mobile suits, Zeon was able to maintain an advantage in the first part of the war. But without being able to exert full control over the Earth, the war reached a stalemate. Then 11 months after the start of the war, a base in the Zeon-occupied Eastern European region is seized by the Earth Federation Army. A mixed battalion departs to recapture the base, a group that includes none other than a mobile suit platoon that just landed on Earth, the Red Wolf Squadron, and Solari herself. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just talking about the very beginning of the show. There's really nothing else here that's spoilery, so there's that. There's some pretty cool action art there. And there's the other 3 Gundams that were in this line right here, 35, 36, 37, and of course this is GU-38. We spent way too much time in this box. Let's get into the ZAKU itself, and here it is. And yeah, it looks just like the one that was in the show. I do have a few issues with this figure. Right off the bat, I'll tell you guys straight up, I really liked the Gundam EX instead, more than this one. There's a couple of things I will point out. It is a nice looking figure. It looks just like the one from the show, which is, you know, really cool for me. I really like show accurate or anime accurate or whatever type of figures. And this one really fits the bill. You can see all the tank treads that they took, and they just kind of bolted on as like extra armor pieces all over this basically junkyard ZAKU. It's got the red shoulder pad with the spikes on it, which is pretty cool. Kind of like a straight up, you know, F your conventions of war type of stuff. We're going to use this and impale you if we shoulder rush you. Which is pretty cool. It does move a little bit, so it's got some movement. You can see the squared up shoulder pad underneath here, and then this right on top. The green shield, it looks pretty nice. It's got the little bolts and rivets and things like that all over it. I'm not really a huge fan of the fact that this thing's got a handle on it, but you can't grab it. There's no way. It just doesn't. The hand that it does come with to grab on this side just doesn't reach down far enough. I feel like it should be able to grab that handle. Maybe they should have brought it up a little bit higher. It can move independently from the arm itself, which is nice. It's on just a regular old ball peg. It does come off if you wanted to, but it also does hold in place really well. So check this out. Let's move this up. You can see, I mean, it just holds up, which is pretty cool. You can get it into action poses and whatnot. So, you know, that's pretty cool, I guess. Taking a look at the bottom here. I mean, it's a ZAKU. You really can't mistake this, even if it is made of junkyard parts and whatnot. But yeah, swinging around the back, you can see the little verniers it has back here. The ZAKUs will never, as far as I'm aware, they never really had the same mobility as the Gundam itself. Definitely more than the GMs, I believe. Maybe the GMs are a little bit faster, but they just definitely weren't as tanky as the ZAKUs were. Someone correct me on that. Let me know if there ever was a ZAKU that was fast enough. Maybe, I guess maybe Char's ZAKU, but again, I don't even know if his was really that much special. More special than any of the Gundams on the Earth Federation side. So taking a look real quick, zooming in on the head sculpt here. Let me see if I can focus. There you go. And you can see the red dot in there inside. You know how like the ZAKUs, when they get like, they detect something or they're ready to battle, the eye lights up. It's pretty cool. This one does not, unfortunately, but I guess it would add to the cost significantly to have that eye light up inside. So, you know, it is what it is. The head does turn all the way around if you want it to. There you've got, it's like mismatched antenna on each side. So the head, so check this out. I saw in the box art that you're able to move the eye around on the inside of this head. And I'm like, how do you do that? There's nothing up top, nothing around the side or anything. So you have to take the head off. And I'll do that right now. Be very careful popping the head off. This is hard plastic, so you could accidentally snap this off. So just be careful. Underneath here, there's a little slider. And you can move it back and forth. I don't know, I'm gonna see if I can get that so you guys can see. But yeah, you can move it back and forth all the way to the left and right. It's hard to see as I'm trying to keep it on camera and show you guys the eye moving. Let me see if I can turn a light on here. Yeah, that's a little better. There you go. So you can see that the eye does move. It's pretty neat. It's really hard to see though. And I think it's just because of this visor they had put on here. So yeah, so anytime you want to do certain action poses, you can, that's what you have to do to get the eye to move properly. Kind of a cool way to do it. I wish there was something on the back of the head instead that you can move it back and forth. Unfortunately, that's just the way they designed it. I don't really know why. But the arms can go up. Let's see. Yeah, this one can go up as well in a straight up T-pose. You've got some bicep swivel. 360, of course, because nothing's really blocking it. Same for this side. And there goes a shoulder pad piece. I didn't even know that comes off. I know it moved up and down, but I had no idea that it actually like moved all around. Okay, well, I learned something new about the figure just now. Let's see. You've got a, let's see, double jointed elbow, which works pretty well, all things considered, because you've got this up here. This looks pretty good. Of course, robots look the best when it comes to that stuff. So the wrist peg on mine, on the left arm, it's super duper loose. Like, look, there's really not much. But it's only this hand. The other one with that holds guns and stuff, it's fine. It's not super loose. I'm gonna put these back up. It does have a little bit of a waist swivel. It's probably held up a little bit by the stuff. Not too much actually. But yeah, that's as much as you get. So not straight up full 360. You don't really need that anyway. The legs only go out about that far because you've got the hip skirts right here. Thigh swivel? No, not really. I mean, you got a little bit just because the ball peg that's up here. You've got a little bit, tiny bit more than 90 degrees on the knee. And it looks fine because it's a robot. Doesn't really matter. Ankle pivot here. You've got toe or ankle rocker up and down. That's really all you can get from it. So because of certain armaments on this figure, you really just can't move stuff around on this one too much. You just kind of have to do the best you can. I think I put this on the wrong way too. Let me pop that off and fix it. But yeah, that's pretty much all the movement you can get from it. So just be aware of that. You can get some cool poses, and I'll show some photos throughout the video itself to show you what it could look like. I'm sure you guys can do better than me when it comes to that. Like I said, you got the green shield, the red shoulder pad here with the spikes on it, and it looks pretty good. It's got little, you know, tubes and stuff coming through here, different color leg armor, leg armor, I should say, open panels and things like that. So it did a pretty good job capturing what the junk ZAKU looked like from the show itself. So if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. It's pretty cool. There's a pretty desperate scene of when they had to put this thing together. So let's put the ZAKU off to the side, and I'll show you guys the two weapons it comes with. So you've got the machine gun with the ammunition stack right here. I'm just gonna call it that. And it's hard plastic. So be really, 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 really careful when you are posing this in the hands of the ZAKU itself. I like to take the hands off first and then wrap them around the trigger and all that stuff like that. So one thing I will point out is that this handle, I'm sure you guys know, they're supposed to like be able to hold it like this. Mine does not move. And when I tried to do that, you can see the stress mark that I already put on it. I could not get this thing to turn left or right. It just would not move. And I'm kind of mad at myself because it went straight for that stress mark. And if I move it anymore, I'm probably just going to end up snapping off the handle itself. So just be really aware of that. Instead, I ended up just having it hold this piece that goes up against the shoulder, and I kind of did a pose with it like this. But there's, for me, on my copy of it, this does not move at all. I cannot get it to move, and I'm really afraid to keep moving it because I am going to end up snapping it. Because again, you can already see the stress mark right there. So, and you've got the energy axe right here. Again, hard plastic. It's not flexible. So just be really careful with this. This came out a lot better. It does hold it pretty well. It doesn't slip out of its hand or anything. I wish that like this was a different color, maybe just some color added to it. I don't know. Maybe that's something you guys can do if you paint or panel line or anything, your Gundams or mobile suits or whatever. You could probably add some detail to that. I personally won't. I just wish that it had something to go on it to make it look like it's heating up, but that's just a me thing though. So, but yeah, it's just blackish gray. It's like really dark gray plastic. It's hard to tell in the camera, but well, maybe you can see it. But it's just dark gray plastic. So, but yeah, there's really not a whole lot else to this figure. It's got a little bit of paint up here. There is not a single sticker application on this. There's no Principality of Zeon markings on it that I could find, which, you know, makes sense considering that it is a junkyard ZAKU that had just put it together. You figure somewhere it would have it on here, but even in the show, I don't think it had one either. So, well, it looks pretty good. So if you guys would like to get your very own to add it to your Gundam Universe collection, I will leave a link down below to Big Bad Toy Store. You can check it out on their website. I would really appreciate it if you guys enjoyed this content. Please hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And before we head out, I forgot to show you guys, and a lot of these things all come with the same hands, but there is the open hand right here. Again, you're stuck with it being on, this is the left hand. And then you've got your trigger finger hand that's only going to be able to go on the right side. All these Gundam Universe figures come with them, so, and that's only going to go on this side, and that's about it. Like I said, the open hand that holds the energy axe, it fits a lot tighter than the closed fist. That I don't know why they, whatever. I guess mine was mismanufactured, but yeah, it's got the wibbly wobblies. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out all my other videos. I've got a ton of other content coming, and I've got a ton of content already up, so please check that out. Hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.